What's up, cool kids? John here. With me, as always, is the lovely Miss April. Say hello.
Hello.
And we'd like to welcome all of you to episode, I believe it's 11 of our Hangout with a Hall.
I have no clue.
I think it's episode 11. I'm fairly sure, but that's what I'm going to put down there is episode 11. So it's been a while since we've done one of these, Hangout with a Hall. And I wanted to do it in March, but we were starting to plan for our little get together, and I said, well, I'm going to be picking up some stuff along the way, so I'll just do March and April all in the same month at the end of April, and here we are. So for the 6 of you who are here right now, thank you guys for stopping by.
Yes, thank you.
We're going to kick it off with some of the comments, and then we'll get into some kind of big news for me. And yeah, I'm kind of excited about it. So let's get into.
He's going to get a big head.
Yeah, I'm going to get a big. I've already got a big head right now.
That is true. That is true. You do.
So we got Jeff here saying good evening. What's up,
hey,
Jeff? And we also have Steve here. Steve saying, hey, y'all.
Hey, Steve.
And Holland's here. Hey, Johnny and April.
Hey, Holland.
It's an official stream now. It's official live stream.
Woo-woo,
Holland is here. So. And we have Nikki here.
Nikki.
What's up, Nikki? God, we really miss Nikki this past on our get together. We love Nikki.
We do.
And Eli says, "What's up, Johnny?" Hey, April in chat. And Steve says, "This one goes to 11." That's right. It's a little. It's an inside joke from Spinal Tap, because when he asked him, "Why don't your speakers go all the way to 10?" He goes, well, they go to 11. They just wrote 11 on the speaker.
Okay.
He said, well, this one goes to 11. Eli saying, don't forget to slash that like button and sub to this awesome channel. Well, thank you, Eli. Likes are cool. Subs, if you want to sub to me and give me an extra
would
friend.
Be even better.
Yeah.
He gets so excited when he gets new followers and subs and everything.
Yep, I do. And Eli saying, hey to Steve. Bunch of highs back and forth. Steve saying howdy to Mr. Oates, Holland, Eli, Jeff, my guy, and Jeff saying what's up to Eli. So, okay, here is kind of like big news. It's kind of weird for me, but I'm a brand ambassador now. Sometime in March, I was approached through my Instagram page that a company reached out to me and they wanted to know if I would promote some of their merchandise. I was kind of hesitant about it because you don't know, who's out there and what they want you to promote. So I asked a couple of my friends, is this business? I mean, do you know something about them? Are they reputable, or is it just like a scam? And Tiana, one of my friends on here, she said, she got with one of her contacts and they said, no, this business is legit.
Inside sources.
And she said, this business is legit. So it's like, all right, I'll go ahead and, get back in touch with them. And they just asked me, we're going to send you a couple of t-shirts, let you show them off. And here's one of them that they sent me. It's a Halloween and I'm wearing it. The trick is to stay alive. And oh my God, I can't even get this thing up right.
Stand up?
Because I don't like standing up. But they sent me a couple of t-shirts. So if you guys are interested and you want to check them out, they've given me a QR code, which is right there. You guys want to scan it? Yeah, right there.
There you go.
If you guys want to scan that, it'll take you right to their website. If you want to their stock is constantly being updated. Like I just checked it today and they've got like brand new t-shirts out there. They sent me a little video to kind of show you guys what it's about. So I'm going to go ahead and show it and, you guys can see what they have.
Discover cinema-inspired tees, iconic books, and collectible memorabilia. Wear the story. Uranus merch.
So yeah, it's Uranus merch. They do all kinds of. They're constantly adding new T-shirts. 'Cause you saw one on there for the Step Brothers, a Catalina wine mixer. That wasn't on there when I was checking them out. So that's cool. Don't worry about your sizes. I had to get a fat bastard size, and I said, if you guys don't have it, it's not that big of a deal because I can always get them for April to wear whenever we go live. And they said, no, 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 no. Just give us your size and we will send one out to you. So if you don't see your size there, all you have to do is send them a message. There's a little spot down on the website where you can send them a message and they will fast track your order to you. Now, when you order one t-shirt and you want to get another one, they'll give you $5 off on that. So just click that QR code, or I put the website down in the description of this live stream. That way you guys can check it out and see what they have to offer. I already know April is looking at a couple of shirts. I know my father-in-law, he wants a couple of shirts because he saw mine and he loves it. But I think he's doing it just to be nice to me. So that's cool. I've never been asked to promote anything on here before other than my idiotic self. So I'm really excited about that. And I'm going to continue to get more stuff from them. I want to really place orders with them. I just don't want to have stuff sent to me for free. I will place orders with them. I will pay for it. I mean, these t-shirts are kind of cool. I mean, I love this Halloween t-shirt.
It is pretty cool looking. I did like it.
And they sent me another one for Silence of the Lambs, but I'm not going to wear two shirts at the same time. That's kind of childish. But it's a really cool looking t-shirt. April liked it, and it's on their website. You guys need to check it out. So that's all of my big news. So we are going to get into, you want to do your pickups or you want to hit the chat some more?
We'll bring the chat back up so we can see what all is going on.
Now, that's where I left it off. And Jeff said, I bet Johnny got some good stuff. Probably from, everything that I picked up. Jeff's seen some of this stuff. Now, there is a lot of this stuff that I haven't shown off yet. So, Eli says, chilling, Mike. I hope you and the family are doing awesome. I think he's referring to someone else in the chat. That's great, Johnny. Yeah, it is. I was kind of surprised, but I mean, they just said, hey, do you want to promote this stuff? And I'm like, yeah, sure. I'll do it. Just, Jeff says, Johnny deserves to be a brand ambassador, no doubt. He won't sugarcoat a review. No, I will not.
Excuse me. Sorry.
I won't sugarcoat. If a movie sucks, and then I'll say it sucks. If a t-shirt sucks, I'll say don't get it. But, this t-shirt's kind of pretty cool. I like it. And Steve says, awesome. Congratulations, Johnny. That one certainly looks great. It does. I don't really want to stand up because you'll see my bulbous gut. But I will show the bottom of it. It says, everyone is entitled to a good scare. That's what the sheriff says during the movie. And Eli's saying, that's awesome, Johnny. Eli says, Uranus merch sounds like merch for Uranus.
That's what I was going to say.
I thought it was Uranus merch. And I'm like, really? And then the way they pronounce it and everything, I'm like, oh, okay.
That's Uranus. When you were saying Uranus, I was going to say, or Uranus, but I didn't.
It's out of this world merchandise, and I like it. They do have some toys and coffee cups on there, but that stuff's getting constantly updated. So, Nick B says, Johnny, if you could watch only one genre of movie for the rest of your life, what would it be? Horror, comedy, thriller, or action?
That's a good question.
Out of those four, it's a toss-up between horror and action. That's I like comedy, but comedy's subjective.
Yeah. And Jeff did say they have Step Brothers shirts. Yeah.
Yep. They have Yes, they do. They've got at least 2 on there, I think. And when I checked today, they had Beetlejuice shirts and Harry Potter stuff. Rocky, Back to the Future. I mean, it's just all kinds of stuff that's on there. So now I think we're going to get into showing what you picked up, because if you guys think I get sent stuff, April gets sent way more shit than I do.
Not necessarily.
So I'm going to give the floor to her.
No, God.
She will talk about her smut, and I'll just show it off and do my usual, cool kid thing.
you could go to the back to the chat just in case they have any questions.
Well, no comments have come up yet. So
Oh, okay. Does it tell you?
yeah,
Okay.
everything will pop up.
Okay, so my favorite, I love this author, Catherine Cowles. Love, love, love her to death. And this is the first book, Across the Vanishing Sky. The first one that come out in her new series is about 5 brothers who are, their dad was a serial killer. So they've, between the 5 of them, they find out people who has been missing, and they help their loved ones find them, even if they're dead. So in this book, she had come to his town maybe a year ago, I think it was. And her friend were hiking, and she wanted to take a picture of the river, or no, of the flowers down below the river. So she walked down, and she almost fell, but she made it back up the hill. And when she got back up, her friend was missing. So
She spoil it for them.
Well, no. So she comes back. She comes back to look for her friend because the sheriff really isn't doing anything. And you meet Dex. He's a hacker. He worked with the FBI. And because when I forgot how old he was. I think senior or something. And
senior in high school?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think he was a senior in high school, and or maybe freshman in college. But he got caught hacking into the FBI, so he had to work for them. And they gave him a timeline, so his timeline's up. So now he's back home with his brothers because it's time to go home. But you actually meet Dex in her other series, and I can't remember the name of the series, but I've got all those books. I love them. And then in this one, this is her all the missing pieces. I haven't read it, but it's supposed to be really good too. The girl is a podcaster, and I think her sister ended up going missing and maybe was killed, or she's missing and they haven't found her yet. And so in Across the Vanishing Sky, they get her to come in to do a story about her friend. So they're trying to get it out there so other people, not just this little town, but, and the brothers, they really don't look for people that's missing in their town because they don't want the people to know what they're doing, because everybody's just like, oh my God, their dad was a serial killer. They're like, So, but those are good. Across the Vanishing Sky, 5 stars. 5 stars, people. You need to read it. It is awesome.
She wasn't just the sun. She was the sunrise.
And I love the edges and all that.
Now, was this the deluxe edition?
Yes.
That I had to move heaven and earth to get reading?
That was the deluxe edition. And the next book that's coming out is Into the... What is it?
Is it Vanishing Sky?
Into the Vanishing...
No, that's that's this one. You can tell how much I pay attention.
Let me see. And I can't remember what the next one is, but it's about the brother. It's about his other brother. And...
Good God.
Yeah, she has a lot of books. Oh, you meet Dex in the Sparrow Falls series, and it's awesome. I love it. I've read the Sparrow Falls, the Lost and Found, the Tattered and Torn. I pretty much read all of her series, so I'm trying to figure out which one says.
See, like, that's what she's written so far. I mean, it's in April. She just absolutely loves these things.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
And I'm trying to remember. I can't remember what the next book's coming out is, but I've already got it on pre-order. I've got the deluxe, the indie copy of it, because it is so cool. It's like a bluish color.
I think she had to order it from like an indie bookstore, and like each one of these retailers, they'll have like different kinds.
Yes.
And this one, like
you get like a signed thing from her, a sticker, all this other stuff. So it's like, that one's mine. That one's mine. As for Steve's asking how many books I have.
Well, hang on. I
I
was
can
gonna.
pull it up on my phone. I've got an
We'll,
app.
we'll get to that once you.
And then I know I've showed off these two books. Come Dance With Me and Come Back to
You
Me.
can hand them. Okay.
Sorry.
That way I can get them up to the camera. Come dance with me.
This one is one that I want from Finley Daniels. She's one of my favorite authors also.
Now what now?
That's the one where I won, remember?
You might want to lead in with that. Say,
That's
oh,
what
I
was
won
getting.
this.
That's what I was getting ready to
Oh, okay.
do.
Okay.
But I won. I can't remember which one I won. But because it took her so long to get it to me, she threw in the other one.
She actually sent her a signed
Yes.
copy.
Yes.
And was this one signed? Yep.
Yep. They're both signed.
Yep, they're both signed. See,
Yep.
she's getting signed stuff from authors and.
And this one is Darling Daffodils Farms. I haven't read it either, but I did help promote it on Instagram. So if y'all follow me on Instagram, or if you can see where Johnny will repost my stuff, that's me doing that because get free stuff.
Prepare to fall in love among the wildflowers this spring. Smut.
Hey, it is what it is, people. It is what it is. Okay. So my next one is a series. I can't remember which one's first, but we have Bourbon and Lies.
And it's lie to everyone,
That's what
but
I
not
like.
to me, honey.
Then we have Bourbon and Proof.
Maybe you're a good girl. After all, wife. Okay.
And then the last one I just got is, I think this is the third one, and it's Bourbon and Secret.
You don't want a nice girl right now. Fox. With 2 X's. So there's some bedroom shenanigans going on.
So this series is like, I think they make whiskey, I think.
I hope so. It's
or
bourbon.
Yeah. And supposedly you don't want to fall in love with the brothers because they're cursed and all that. So
There's 3 fuck books right now. They're all like fuck books, aren't they?
they are. And then this one is another one that I got from the author, Homeward, Colorado. Haven't read it.
Whatever. It's Hart County Book 5. So
Yeah.
this is the 5th one in there.
Yeah. And she even wrote me a little note. It's signed with a
you
little
wrote her a
note.
little note. Wishing you many happily ever afters. I mean, it's like she thinks my wife is this like 12-year-old girl. Not knowing, does she know that you're married?
I would
tell-
hope so.
You
Since
tell
I mean,
any of these people on Instagram that you're a taken woman.
well, I mean, they've
You
seen my
don't.
pictures of you and stuff, and when I posted about
I
us
could
and
to
everything.
them, I could just be a damn booty call or something.
You are not. Okay. The next series is from Maggie Gates, and I love her too. I've got the first 2 books. The third one hasn't come out yet. I've read them all though, because of course, on my phone I've got the Kindle app, unlimited, where you can read like 20 books for free. So it's awesome. But I have Dust Storm and Downpour.
None of these are signed, are they?
They are not signed.
Okay.
Because I think I bought those.
A paraplegic bull rider in his new home.
Yeah, in Downpour, he's a bull rider and he gets hurt. So he's fired like every nurse he's ever had because he's just grumpy and hateful because he's mad. His job is, over. And so the girl they get on the first day, she's late getting there, and it just spirals from there, and she won't take shit from him. She's like, no, whatever.
Oh God, it's gonna fall.
Yeah, I know. And then this one, I love, love, love Elle Kennedy. And girls, you know what's coming out May 13th. It is her series about the OG parents, Hannah and Garrett, Allie and Dean, Tucker and Ivy, Grace, Tucker and Grace, Logan and Ivy. I can't remember. I get them all. But May 13th, baby, I'm there. But this is Logan's daughter and Garrett's son. And you can see I'm maybe not quite halfway through.
Now, is this the one that they're doing the TV show on?
Yes, this is about the parents. And I love her to death. And I want to love this book. And I do like it. But for me, I'm having to stop because I don't want it to be a do not finish because I have to finish all books. But sometimes I just have to like go away from a book and then come back to it.
You have to step away.
I have to step away, and that's when I have to step away. Now, these next 4, I only got 4. Well, I've got 5. There's one, I think the third one I don't have. And I didn't buy it, but the first one, and y'all know this series too. This is the Windy City series. The first
she
book
loves that shit.
is Mile High.
And
I think
we
that
bought
is the first one.
We bought this. What was it? A couple of days ago.
Yeah.
And for those of you in physical media, the good
Yes,
people at Barnes and
yes.
Noble, when they were cramming this shit in the bag, I saw her cramming this, and my blood started to boil because I know what it's like when you try to manhandle shit into a bag. And when April got home, she's like, "Oh, they tore it."
I was like, wait a minute. I was like, what is that? I was like, is that part of the thing? I was like, wow, the crap, it's torn. But it's okay. I'll still love it and read it.
Are they making a series of this shit too?
I think they want to,
Oh,
but I'm not
God.
for sure.
See, this TikTok, Instagram smut. You know, they're going to start making TVs and
Yes,
shows and movies
yes.
and shit about this stuff.
And then we have Play Along, which is Isaiah and Kennedy. He's based, I think that one is Mile High. I think hockey or basketball. I can't remember exactly. But this one is Isaiah and Kennedy. She is the trainer, and he falls in love with her, and he's a baseball player. So he's trying to get her. And then we have his brother's book,
Cool.
which is Caught Up. And he has a little boy, and he needs a nanny because he's a pitcher. And he wants to retire, but his coach is like, nope, I'm not going to let you do that because I did that when my wife passed away and I adopted her daughter. So I'm going to help you out so you don't have to retire and all that. And then the last book that just came out is In Her Own League, and it is about the coach and the owner of the team, of the baseball team. And there's 2 more. One, my niece has the other one, which is Right Along, I think. She's read it, and she was like, you've got to read it. She loved it. So
this girl got a big ass on her.
She's a little overweight, yes. And that's why I like it. That's why I'm excited to read it.
That's a thick one.
And that is all of my books.
All of your smut.
Well, that I picked up recently.
Yeah. Yeah, I was looking at this over here, and I'm like, one's a hockey book and the rest are baseball.
Mm-hmm.
And they're hoping to do a series out of this shit?
I think maybe one's basketball, too. I'm not... The one I don't have is basketball, I think. And I can't remember which one Sarah has.
Oh.
But for all the books I have that I've...
I was going to say, well, because he put that in after I started. So we'll go into the chat now.
Okay.
Then it'll bring it up.
Okay.
So Holland says, I'm here for the smut.
Yes, Holland.
Yeah, April, she sure does love her smut.
I do love my smut.
And we have Allie here. What's up, Allie? See if I can do it online.
You can.
Should be. Yep, I can do it. I guess because it recognizes me. Holland saying hey to Allie. Everybody saying hi to Allie. And Steve says, how many books would you guess you have, April?
Well, the ones I've scanned in my little trusty phone because I've got doubles because I didn't scan them in and I went to the store and I was like, oh, I need this. So, but I have 95.
95 books. And mind you, she just started collecting physical copies of this, like late last year.
Yeah. Because you were like, you need the physical copy.
Yeah, you need physical copy. Now on her Kindle,
Oh, I have probably over
she's
2,000.
got like 2,000 on her Kindle.
Yeah.
I'm saying it's getting hot in here. And Steve says, "No time for love, Dr. Jones." That's from Indiana Jones and the Temple of
I know.
Doom. And Holland's laughing. Okay. Now we're going to get into
Johnny.
what I picked up over the past couple of months. If you want to start, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to mix this in with just regular pickups from like Walmart and Amazon and stuff like that. I did take part in the Criterion sale, but I just picked up like 2 titles because I have a yearly subscription to the Criterion channel, and they give you like a 10% or 15% discount. So I used it to go on what I picked up. So it really cost me like $20. I went to the Criterion sale, and the things that I picked up on the trip where we had our get together, I'm just going to throw that in there with everything else, with the exception of a couple of titles that I'm going to save for the last, that way I can show you guys like they're kind of special to us. So if you want to start with that row,
Okay.
this one,
One of my favorites. Coyote Ugly.
I picked up Coyote Ugly. I didn't have this on Blu-ray. I just had the DVD, but it's now in my collection.
Little Nicky.
Little Nicky, yes, it does have a steel book, but I got this before the steel book came out, and there's not really that much of a difference.
So why get a steel book?
Yeah, now if they had done the 4K, yeah, I would have picked it up, but I'm just as happy with this.
We have High Fidelity.
High Fidelity. Great movie. I think it's there's a title in the Criterion Collection, Chili Scenes of Winter, which is an awful lot like this. Even though that was made back in the 70s. Still, great movie. Jack Black's good in this. John Cusack's good in this. Book of Eli, which was given to me by Jeff on our when we had our get together. I've never seen this before, so I can't wait to finally check this out. I know it's an old movie, but I've never seen it before. Next, or you can show it.
Well, it felt like you were getting aggravated when I was saying it too.
You were handing it, then you took it up, and that's why I put my hand
rocks the cradle.
The Hand That Rocks the Cradle. I wish this would get a 4K, but it's Disney, so we'll never get it. I remember going to watch this, and this movie is fucked up, but it's good.
Then we have Gran Torino.
Gran Torino, I picked this up at McKay's. We've also visited McKay's, and it's like going out of business probably in the next week. It'll be closed permanently. But I've never seen Gran Torino. I know that's kind of weird, but I did get it with a slipcover.
And the crazy thing is about McKay's, some of the stuff was like $30. Like,
yeah, $30 and $40.
I looked at a record. I wasn't one again. It was like $70-some. It's like, nope, no, thank you.
I paid $2.95 for this thing. So
then we have Batteries Not Included. I like that slipcover. It's pretty.
Yeah, Batteries Not Included. Great film from my childhood. I haven't seen it since then, but I remember having a good time watching this when I was a kid.
Then we have Primal Fear.
Primal Fear from Paramount Presents. This is the 4K. I haven't owned this on DVD or Blu-ray or whatever. I haven't owned it, but so glad I actually did pick it up. Edward Norton is amazing in this. Phenomenal.
Then we have Lords of Dogtown.
This was given to me by Jeff on our get-together. I missed out on this when it was released, on Steelbook. I remember seeing it at Walmart, and I'm like, I'll come back and get it. And boom, it was gone. So I missed out on it, but now I have it in my collection.
Thank you, Jeff.
Thank you, Jeff. And another one from Jeff right here.
Yes, The Expendables 1 through 4. I like that case.
The Expendables 1 through 4, 4K Steelbook. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and open this because I haven't opened it yet. And I'll let you see what it looks like.
Let's see what's going on with the chats while you're opening it.
Well, I only got 2 hands.
Just go to
Yep.
comment.
You have to. All right.
Yes, Jeff. Just click on it.
Yeah.
Johnny does get into those books. Don't let him fool you. You know, Steve, he probably does, especially when I'm at work. And Steve loves High Fidelity.
Mm-hmm. And then Jeff says, I went to the Chattanooga McKay's on the way home. Way better product to choose from, obviously, but yeah.
I was trying to get Johnny to go to the one in Nashville since we were right there close to it, but he said, we don't have time. We had time. I was on vacation.
So here it is. And take it out.
Ooh, I like.
And it also opens up. I don't know where that disc came from, but. And then when you open it up,
Ooh, I like.
you get that.
That's cool. I like that.
See, I've got the first 3 on 4K, but I never bought the 4th one because I was wanting to get this one. But you know, I remember seeing people say that, oh, I got it for like $25. I'm like, where? And it was at their Walmart, and I can never find it.
Our
But
Walmart sucks sometimes.
Jeff actually asked me, he said, are you still looking for that? And I'm like, perhaps.
Maybe.
So he handed it to me, so thank you, Jeff.
Then we have Sleepers.
I did pick up the 4K for Sleepers. I think I showed this off on Instagram, but Sleepers is really, really good. I really enjoyed Sleepers when I first saw it in the theaters.
Then we have Urban Legends.
Urban Legend. Yeah, there is a box set of these. I can't remember who released it. It may have been 88 Films or something. And it's got all 3 of them. So they did 3 of them. But there's like Region B, and I'm like, I don't need that. But I did get the Scream Factory with the slip, and the director Jamie Blanks passed away. Yep, he directed this, and he directed, I think, Valentine. And now I have both of them in the collection.
Then we have Pet Cemetery 2.
Pet Cemetery 2, found on eBay for like $20. It still come with the slip. It was like brand new. I like Pet Cemetery 2. It's just not as good as the original one.
Then we have Devil's Advocate.
The Devil's Advocate. I picked this up the other day. Yeah, I wish that we would have gotten like a reverse cover for this one, but Al Pacino's good. Keanu's good. I like the movie. It's been a while since I've seen it.
Then we have Primary Colors.
Primary Colors, Shout Select number 176. I love this movie because I remember I was in college when it came out, and it was like kind of like during the Bill Clinton scandal, and this is sort of like, Bill Clinton.
It seems like they're trying to make him look like Clinton.
Yeah, I mean, his mannerisms, the way he talks and everything.
And is that just W?
Nope.
Or what is
This is Kino Lorber, V.I. Warshawski.
I didn't know if that was the name of the director at the bottom. That's what I was like.
Warshawski.
Hmm.
This was pretty decent. She's a private investigator. It's been 30 years since I've seen this, but yeah, takes place in Chicago, and I think she's dating like a Chicago Blackhawks player, and I think he dies. And like her daughter, I think she hires her to find the killer, whatever.
Chi-Town.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have K-Pax.
We're now into my Kino Lorber section. So I did get the Kino Lorber Blu-ray for K-Pax. You know what? It's hard, for some people to separate the art from the artist. And Kevin Spacey, he has given us a lot of great performances. And I really liked his performance in K-Pax. I mean, I just wish this would have gotten a 4K.
Then we have Sabrina.
Yep, I had the Sidney Pollock Sabrina remake. I was going to pick this one up and the original one. I think it's Billy Wilder, but I just, I've never seen the original one. I went to go watch this because I love Harrison Ford, and I thought this was okay.
Then Beethoven. I like Beethoven.
Beethoven, um, picked this up the other day. I enjoyed Beethoven. Yes, it is childish. It was childish when I went to go watch it back then, but I had a good time with it, and I like Charles Grodin.
Then here's another one of my favorites, Ray.
Yep,
I
the
thought Jamie Foxx did awesome.
yep the 4K for Ray. Um, I remember when this came out because we never went to go watch this in the theater, and when it came out on DVD, I don't know if you remember this, but I told you I said I'm gonna go get us something to eat for lunch, and you're like, okay, go. And we were like 5 minutes away from a Blockbuster, and they actually
Oh
had
yeah.
this in Blockbuster. So I bought this. It looked like it was a media book of Ray. It's on DVD, and I bought it, brought it home, and I made some pasta, and we sat down and watched it. It was the first time watching Ray, and it's absolutely amazing performance from Jamie Foxx.
Then we have Cujo.
Cujo, I finally picked up Cujo and added it to my collection. Um, April says she wants to get a Saint Bernard. I keep
I
telling her,
do want to think Bernard.
absolutely not.
I just want another little dog. It don't matter what kind. I just want a dog.
No, because I mean Cujo, went rabid. Just.
Then we have Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
I found this in Grindhouse for $20, and what it's not the fact that I actually found the 4K, is that I found the 4K with a slip cover. If you can check on eBay or Mercari or whatever, you're going to find this thing with a slip cover going for like $100. I'm like, I had to have it.
That's crazy.
Bob actually had this and he sold it. I'm like, why didn't you just message me? I would have bought it off of you. He's like, oh, I don't like Jim Carrey. I didn't like it. I didn't watch it. I was like, I would have bought it, but
I like Jim Carrey.
yeah, great film. I believe Charlie Kaufman won an Oscar for best screenplay. Yep. Michel Gondry, great film.
Let's take a little break and see what's going on with the chat.
We're going to take a break here and finish up with my keynotes and then go on to the other stuff. So where did I stop? There's where I stopped. Let's see. Storm Warning is another good movie by Jamie Blanks. I haven't heard of that.
Me neither. I was going to ask what it was about.
I could look it up. Let's see. Jeff says, "Ooh, I need that K-Pax." Yeah, it took me forever to get K-Pax because I went to Orbit. Orbit DVD apparently has it on their website, or at the time when I picked this up, is like coming, on this particular date, and it was already like 3 weeks past that date. I'm like, why don't you guys have it? I'd looked everywhere: Diabolic, Odyssey, Valoria Video, Brother Belay. I mean, I could not find it. I was like, well, son of a bitch. And I was fiddle farting around on eBay, and I found it on eBay for $15. I'm like, yep, I'm getting that.
If Nick's still in here, he could tell us what it's about.
I could, I mean, you got your phone. You
yeah, I do.
And Jeff says, and Sabrina. Yeah, Sabrina, that's another one. He's like, you can't find it with the slip cover. Jeff says, Charles Grodin is awesome. He is. I love him in Midnight Run. It's just a shame. I think he passed away as well. I've heard great things about that Rayful Kate. To be honest, I haven't heard anything about it because I kind of want to watch it first and then see, if all right, this person's right, this person's right. I don't, but I do need to finally check it out on 4K. So many of us could have bought some of Bob's Blues. Yeah, because he was paring down his collection and everything.
Oh, it's an Australian horror film.
Ah. We'll have to check it out.
About a couple whose sailing trip is interrupted by a storm, forcing them to seek shelter at a remote farmhouse where they are terrorized by a deranged family of killers.
Hmm.
It follows their brutal capture, enslavement, and their violent fight for survival against the psychotic father and his son. Ooh, it's known for its graphic violence. So we will definitely have to check that out.
You're starting to get into the
And
graphic
it's
horror
rated
now.
R. You know, I've always liked graphic stuff.
Oh,
babe.
okay. When I suggest Cannibal Holocaust, I
Yeah,
get
you've always told me no, I don't need to watch it. So,
no. I said no to Hostel. I never said no to
Oh.
Cannibal Holocaust.
well,
Okay, they're re-releasing Cannibal Holocaust, so all righty. And Jeff says he's great in taking care of business. Yes, he is. Well, Jim Belushi, they kind of like switch places. Belushi's a convict. He escapes prison because he wants to go see the Cubs in the World Series. And he like steals Grodin's identity because he leaves his file of facts in a airport. And he goes and picks it up and he assumes his identity.
oh wow.
It's kind of funny. Now we'll move on to the other half or what's left of my kinos.
Yes. Yeah. So I can watch the Braves. We're up to nothing.
Yeah, April's she's here physically, but mentally she's watching the Atlanta Braves play.
I'm not watching it. I'm just keeping track on my phone.
Yeah.
And then we have Paul.
Yep, I found this at Grindhouse for $20. It's brand new. I mean, it just came out, and I got the 4K for Paul. I really liked Paul, even though I do have my issues with Seth Rogen
Yeah.
because of his that laugh of his.
Yeah. Sometimes he gets on my nerves.
Paul's good.
Then we have the Phantom.
I did pick up the Phantom 4K. I enjoyed the Phantom when I first saw it in theaters. I thought it was going to be kind of like The Shadow, Phantom. Billy Zane's goodness, Christy Swanson. I could take her or leave her. And Treat Williams. We still miss you, Treat Williams.
Remo Williams.
The Adventure Begins. I remember watching this on HBO when I was a kid and just became fascinated by it. I even tried to do the whole. There's a scene in it where it's a fingerboard and he's trying to toughen his fingers, and his fingers are like this, and he keeps hitting the board to make his fingers tougher. So I would do that. I would go up to the wall and start doing this with my fingers to make my fingers tough, and I just ended up breaking a fingernail or something. I didn't realize, it's movie magic. I was a child.
Obviously, you didn't. Then we have Mimic.
Guillermo del Toro's 4K on Kino Lorber, which it's 3 discs, and you do get the reversible art. But you have the director's cut in 4K. You have the theatrical cut and the theatrical and director's cuts on Blu-ray. Mimic is a pretty damn good sci-fi horror film. It's like cockroaches who are like evolved.
Gross. Then we have Dead Again.
Kenneth Branagh and Emma Thompson. Robin Williams is in this thing too. Like a murder mystery noir. Kenneth Branagh, he plays a private eye. He's trying to solve a murder, and he keeps it's like he and Emma Thompson are playing characters in the present day, and they're also playing characters in the past. It's just really weird.
Then we have Internal
Affairs. Richard Gere, Andy Garcia. Richard Gere plays this piece of shit cop, and Andy Garcia, obviously, it's Internal Affairs.
Obviously.
Yeah. I mean, it's a good 80s film. I need to rewatch it. I know my dad liked it a lot.
And then we have, for the last of your Kino lore, right? Is that
Kino Lorber.
Kino Lorba. We have Indecent Proposal.
Indecent Proposal. Woody Harrelson, Demi Moore. I know this is kind of an old one, but I never had this in the collection. And yeah, it's probably memorable about the Sade song. There is no ordinary love. I think it's Sade. I mean, critics roasted this, but I had a good time watching it. So that's all of my Kino Lorbers. Yep. So as you can see, I got a past month. I mean, that's
a lot.
This is my Kino Lorber stack. I mean, that's just insane. But I love Kino Lorber.
He does. He does. He does. He does.
Okay. Yeah, we'll start with that.
Okay.
I found this at McKay's. It's a great movie. It needs to be released on at least Blu-ray. Give us a Blu-ray.
For $4.95, you have less than zero.
Less than zero. Up until Oppenheimer, this was Robert Downey Jr.'s best performance, in my opinion. He plays the best friend of Andrew McCarthy, and he gets in trouble with drugs and everything like that. And it's heartbreaking and it's sad. And the writer of this, Bret Easton Ellis, he did not like the movie, but he said that Robert Downey Jr.'s portrayal was as close as anyone got to the source material.
So is it based on like a true
Based
story?
on a book.
On a book. Oh, okay.
Yeah. There's a song in here, A Hazy Shade of Winter from the Bangles. Yeah. I remember seeing that video on MTV, like on the replay. Here are my three Criterion titles. Two of them I picked up from the sale, and one I found out in the wild, and I can't believe I found it.
Red River.
Red River. I do have this like love-hate relationship with John Wayne, but I've never seen this. And as you can see behind me, I am a Criterion snob, so I have to have it for my collection. I actually sat down and watched this with April's dad, and we both loved it. We had never seen it before, and we both loved it. We saw I guess it's the theatrical cut. There's two different cuts on here. The one that we saw was the theatrical version, and then there was another one where Howard Hawks made it, but he kind of like cut it out. He cut some of the narration out of it.
Wow. Because
it was played long.
Oh.
No, it was all written. It was like you had chapters of the movie. They had everything written down, so the audience had to read it. But so what Hawks did, he went in and just added narration. That sped the movie up more.
Oh, okay. Then we have Deep Cover.
Okay, Steve. Okay, Deep Cover. I remember seeing this on VHS like 20 years ago, and I thought this was just an amazing film because I'd never seen Lawrence Fishburne in a role like this. I know he was the dad in Boys in the Hood, but I think this was released like after that, and I had never seen King of New York. But I thought this was an absolutely great film. Jeff Goldblum plays this villain. He's like a drug dealer, and Lawrence Fishburne is an undercover cop. Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre wrote a song for this. Deep Cover. 187 on a motherfucking cop. Yeah, that's from this movie here. And this is the one that I found at Grindhouse for like $5, something like that. I mean, it was cheap, dirt cheap, but it's out of print, and it's from one of my favorite directors, and it is
Dead Ringers.
Dead Ringers. Picky's out. Spine number 21, and it's DVD. I've only seen bits and pieces of this. I need to check it out again, but this is one that I didn't think I was ever going to be able to find cheap, because I think it's going on eBay for like 30, 40, $50 because it's out of print. But we were looking for movies for everybody to sign, and I just happened just to see this, and I was like, oh, I got to get it.
Then we have Predator Badlands.
Predator Badlands. I was able to finally pick this one up because at my Walmart they only had just this one. Tony Basement Blues gave me a slip cover for this, and I'm like, because I told him, I said they don't have the slip covers at my Walmart, He said, "Oh, okay, that's kind of weird." So as soon as I got that slipcover, I came back home, picked up Predator Badlands. I don't know if I'll like this because it's PG-13. I'm not used to a Predator film being PG-13, but everybody says it's good, so I might have to check it out.
Then we have
Oh my God, this one here!
Masters of the Universe.
I finally picked up the '88 films Masters of the Universe with the slipcover, and it does have the alternate artwork. As soon as I picked this up, I was showing everybody, at the get together, and Jeff had to come and say, "Well, I think they're releasing that on 4K. I think Vinegar Syndrome is going to do that." And I'm like, "Oh, seriously?" And he's like, "Yep. So thanks for being the one person to pick that up, so that nobody else has to. Now they can just wait for the 4K." And I'm like, "Damn it to hell!" So I mean, this movie it played a huge part, in my childhood when I went to go watch it, and I had a good time with it. Yes, it's bad. Frank Langella, though, Langella just batshit crazy a Skeletor in this, and he is good in this. And even with the new one that's coming out, Jared Leto is nothing compared to Frank Langella in this. But now, in a way, I'm kind of like, if Vinegar Syndrome's doing a 4K of it, then shit.
Yeah.
It's going to get, I just know it's going to get one of those chunky boxes.
And you'll have to get it.
Yeah, I'll get it because I'm a piece of shit.
And then we have Ant-Man Wasp Quantumanium.
Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania. Yes, this movie's bad. I don't care. I like the MCU. I want to collect all the MCU films, and I needed this for my collection. Bill Murray I don't know why he was in this, but I guess the producer said, "Hey, let's get a big star for this." And
there you go.
There you go. So that's the end of the only ones I have left. I do have Arrow titles left. So I'm going to hop back into the chat, and then we'll get started on the Arrows and the little special items that we got during the get together.
Yeah.
Steve says, "Shouldn't you have your pinkies out when you hold that card?" Yes, I should have. So I'll do it now. No, pinkies up. Pinkies up. But yeah, I should have because I'm a Criterion snob.
He is that.
Steve says, "Good find." Yeah, that I was really surprised to find dead ringers. Tony is right. Yes, he is. I remember the first time we got together, I got 2 boxes of slip covers from him because my basement flooded and I lost a whole bunch of slip covers. So I got like 2 boxes, and then last year I got maybe that much, and then this year it's just dwindled down.
Yeah.
Because I want to save some for everybody else. I don't want to be a hog.
Like the first year?
Yeah, like the first year. So now we're moving on to my Arrow titles that I picked up. Here we go. This one's not even out yet, but I did watch it and had a good time with it.
It's Blue Thunder.
Blue Thunder, the Arrow 4K. Me, Bob, and Jeff sat down one night and we were watching it. Bob got like disinterested in it, but me and Jeff actually kind of liked it. I think I gave it like 3 stars, but I will watch it.
It's not out yet. How did you get it?
Trade secrets, my son. Trade secrets. Yeah, it's not out for like another week, but I got it like, no, wait a minute. 2 weeks ago is when I got it. I got it at Grindhouse. There, all right. Grindhouse Video had it.
Then we have Roadhouse.
The Arrow 4K for Roadhouse. I did have the Vinegar Syndrome VSU chunky box one, but I like Arrow Video, so I gave my out of print, very hard to find, chunky box Vinegar Syndrome release to my good friend Jeff. He's trying to collect as many of those as he can, and that one's kind of hard to get. So I'm like, you know what? I've got the Arrow of Roadhouse. I'll just go ahead and give that to him because I'm a nice guy.
You don't need to.
Yeah, that's true. Don't need to now unless it's a good movie. Then
Still don't need to, in my opinion. Then we have Spaceballs.
Spaceballs. I was this close to getting the Kino Lorber one until Arrow said they're doing the 4K of it, and I love Spaceballs. I don't know if it'll hit the sequel will hit the same way that this one did, but I'm glad I got the 4K for Spaceballs finally.
Then we have Soldier.
Soldier, Kurt Russell. It's been a very long time since I've seen Soldier. I think the rumor that like there's a rumor that this plays into Blade Runner or that it's got Blade Runner themes to it. But yeah, I like Soldier when I went to see it. I saw it again on DVD, but I haven't seen it since. So I'm glad I got a 4K of it.
Then we got Peking Opera Blues. Is that how you say it? Or Peking?
Peking Opera Blues.
Opera Blues.
The Arrow 4K from, and I want to make sure that I say this right. Choi Hawk. He's a Hong Kong director. He's directed some Jean-Claude Van Damme films, but this is my first like Chinese film directed by Hawk, and I actually had a good time with it. These three women, like their lives become intertwined as they're trying to stop a monarchy from taking over China. I mean, it basically it takes place at a Peking opera. I mean, I thought it was really good. It's a comedy too.
Then we have Hard Boiled in a chunky box.
Hard Boiled, the Arrow chunky box. This also has a Criterion release, but it is super out of print. But I've never seen this before, and I wanted to pick it up. It's Chow Yun Fat, and it's John Woo. This is like one of the last ones that he did before he came over to the United States and made Hard Target with Jean-Claude Van Damme. But Hard Boiled, they said this is like one of the greatest action movies that's ever been made. I've never seen it. So I had to get it. Arrow came out with it.
All of these are chunky boxes, actually.
Yep.
Then we have Inner Space.
The 4K for Inner Space. Oh, God. I don't want to tear the slip cover on this because I know I'll never get it again.
Ooh, I like. That is cool.
You got that part, that artwork, and then you have the pod.
And then on the top too.
Yeah, well, it's part of the.
I like it.
Yeah. And then but I've enjoyed Inner Space ever since I saw it as a kid. Yeah, it was some of the themes I shouldn't have been dealing with, or I shouldn't have actually saw when I was that age. But I also went to see RoboCop, so I could definitely handle Inner Space.
Then we have Save the Green Planet.
Save the Green Planet, 4K Arrow. A lot of you probably know of its American remake called Begonia. I like Begonia. It is weird. It is just crazy, but I absolutely love it. And I need to check this one out. Sorry, I don't want to.
Oh, so Begonia is a remake of
Begonia is an American remake. Yorgos Lanthimos did it with Emma Stone, Jesse Plemons. That score in that movie, the score and Jesse Plemons alone make that movie worth a watch.
Then we have Red Sonja.
Red Sonja, which for the longest time I thought was a Conan the Barbarian film. It is not. But because Schwarzenegger's in it, and it came out like right around when Conan the Destroyer came out, I thought, see.
So what is Red Sonja about?
I don't know. I thought it was like a Conan the Barbarian film because you can see him on the front. I'm like, oh, this has to be Conan the Barbarian. I do not want to watch this. My brother liked Conan the Barbarian and Conan the Destroyer. I didn't gravitate towards it until like Schwarzenegger movies, until like Predator.
Mm. Then we have Salem's Lot.
Salem's Lot. I'm missing one. Yeah,
I
I
thought
am.
that was over here. Oh yeah, no, I'm saving it for last. This one's for last.
Oh, okay, okay.
And you'll
Salem's
find out
Lot.
why.
I just checked out Salem's Lot for the first time like 2 years ago on Blu-ray, and I actually liked it. I mean, I thought it was pretty good. And then Arrow said they're doing a 4K of it, so I'm like, all right, well, I gotta get it. I gotta get it. Stephen King,
Gotta have it.
gotta have it. Yeah, there's like a whole bunch of different cuts in this. There's a TV cut and a theatrical cut, even though the movie was made for TV. Just weird. But Salem's Lot. Now, these next ones are ones that we got when we had our get together. April found this one at Grindhouse DVD,
And it's
Grindhouse
so
Video,
cute.
and she knows how much I love this character. So, what is it?
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. It is Howard the Duck. Oh, you can't see. There we go.
Howard the Duck.
Look how cute he is.
He's got a little hat on and
He's
everything.
so happy looking. He's so cute.
He looks like he's just stoned.
He does. That's why I like it.
But, for those of you who know me, Howard the Duck was the first movie that I ever saw in theaters. And I will defend Howard the Duck till the day I die. So, yeah.
Yes.
Howard the Duck.
And then we got my necklace that has
I got her a necklace.
A on it. And then, oh yeah. And also at Grindhouse, I got this shirt.
Yep, she got her a shirt.
John said I had to have a shirt. So, it is Camp Crystal Lake.
Established 1935. Because I love Jason Voorhees. Friday the 13th is my favorite, horror series.
And then these next ones, we have American Wedding, where everybody signs.
See, we got to get when we got together the first year. I said, how about we all go and just each of us pick a random DVD, like at the $5 dump bin at Walmart, and we have everybody sign it. That way, we can take it home because we never know if we're going to do these again. Because who knows what tomorrow has in store for us. So for the first year, I didn't bring any markers with me because I'm an idiot. But the second year, I made sure that I brought Sharpies for everybody to sign stuff. So this year, no different. So we all went to Grindhouse and we all picked out movies for us to sign. Except I got a little confused. I was like, well, okay, we need to buy a movie for him, her, like a whole bunch of movies. And April's like, no, you just need to buy one for yourself and then have everybody sign that one. I'm like, hell, didn't I remember that? So my movie that I picked out American Wedding because this movie was the movie that I went to go watch when my grandmother passed away. I needed the distraction. I needed the escape. And I just told April, I said, look, I have to get out. I want to go watch a movie. Because when my grandfather passed, her husband, as soon as the funeral was over with, I went to the drive-in. I had to get away. I needed a distraction. So when my grandmother passed, I told April, I said, let's go watch a movie. She said, okay, that's fine. So the movie that we ended up going to watch was American Wedding. So I had everybody who was there signed. They all signed their names on it, and we'll get into showing you guys who was all there.
Then we have Vin Diesel, the pacifier.
Bob chose one for me, and he chose the pacifier. And everybody said, there's April's name over here, Boo Boo, because she's Boo Boo. And Jeff and Becca, Bob's girlfriend. Bree, Jeff's wife, and like everybody signed it with the exception of one person. One person didn't sign.
Jody signed it either.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, that is Jody. Yeah.
One person did not sign my DVD. So yeah, someone didn't like me that night.
Well, they didn't like me either.
Because they didn't sign April's.
But this one,
this was another grindhouse movie that I was going to pick up anyway. But I told April, I said, well, go pick your movie. And she's like, okay, can I go get that one? I'm like, okay. You do realize they're going to sign it. They're going to mess it up. She goes,
Yeah.
I don't care. It's my movie. And I'm
It's
like,
my movie. This
like, fair enough.
movie, I remember when I was little, my grandmother, I was the first grandchild born after my grandfather passed away. Like 12 days after he passed away, I was born. So she's like, you gave me the will to live because I had to take care of you. So I remember being little and she would let me watch the horror films and all that. And I'll never forget the first one she showed me was Deadly Friend.
Yeah, Deadly Friend. I was going to pick this one up anyway because I knew it was her favorite. And there's a Scream Factory release. But, I like Arrow. I aspire to one day be an Arrow ambassador. If you're listening, Arrow Video, I'd like to be an Arrow ambassador. But, Deadly Friend, I've seen this. I had a blast with it. It's Wes Craven. And it does have its reversible artwork. It is a Region B. I'm like, okay, all right. That's what I want to pick up. That's mine. So April said, well, I'm going to go pick up my movie. And she picked up the same one.
And I had everybody sign it for me except one person.
One person did not sign April's copy.
So I am heartbroken.
Yep. When we got in the car, when we were getting into the car to come back to the Airbnb, I told April, I said, you realize, people are going to freak out when they see that they're going to be signing an Arrow slip cover. She's like, I don't care.
I don't care. It's my movie.
It's my movie. And I'm like, okay. All right. That's your movie.
Hence, that's why we got another one.
Yep. That's why we got two. One is mine. One is hers.
It's my all-time favorite movie.
Mm-hmm. So that is like all of our pickups. We're going to go back to the chat. And then we're going to talk about our Tennessee get-together. Let's see here. Steve says, that was very nice of you, Johnny. It was.
Johnny can be nice.
I can be. I had a 4K Kino Lorber of Reindeer Games. And I remember Bob, we were talking on the phone, and Bob was like, I haven't picked this up. I haven't picked that up. And one of them was Reindeer Games. And he loves Reindeer Games. And I'm like, you know what? I've got Reindeer Games. I'm going to, holy shit. What are you doing?
I was trying to move them out of my way.
Well, you don't need to grab them all.
I caught them though.
So I said, you know what? I've got Reindeer Games in the collection. I'll just go ahead and give him mine. So I packed up my copy of Reindeer Games with the slip and everything. And I went ahead and gave it to him. Because I'm a nice guy, that's one of his favorite movies. So I was like, you know what, Bob, it's going to a good home. You like the movie, so
yeah.
There. Yeah, I do have moments of where I will be nice and send people stuff, just out of the kindness of my heart. I don't ask to be paid back for stuff or anything like that. I remember I sent Jeff the Arrow release of In the Mouth of Madness, because he couldn't get it. And I'm like, well, shit, I can get it. I'll go ahead and.
It's easy.
I went ahead and bought a copy and mailed it out there to him because, we take care of each other in this community. Well, look who's here. It's Cody.
Hey, Cody.
What's up, Cody? We haven't talked to you in a long time.
It's been a while.
And Nikki saying great stacks. Yes, they are great. I mean, I've been sitting on these stacks for 2 months.
Probably. Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll put a pin in that. And I am going to talk about.
Glad Cody could join us.
Oh, yeah. Cody needs to we need to get back together with Cody and everything. We are going to talk about our Tennessee get-together. Now, this is the third year in a row that we've decided to, have our get-together. April and I, we didn't know if we were going to make it this year because we were also going to the beach in a couple of months and, to plan for a trip here and then 2 months later have to plan for another big trip. I mean, it was just, I just didn't think we was going to be financially able to do it.
But I put my foot down.
So April, yeah, she put her foot down and said, "Yes, we're going."
Because I need to get out of here.
Yep. So I said, "Okay, we'll go." Well, we on our way, you know, we were planning this out, and I kept telling Bob, I said, you know, there's going to be like a car show there that weekend. We went to Pigeon Forge, and he's like, "Well, what? It shouldn't be it shouldn't be too bad." And we're like, "No, it's going to be
Rod
bad."
Run.
Well, when we got down there, I mean, like it wasn't that
It wasn't
bad.
really bad.
So our Airbnb was like maybe 4 miles
I
outside of.
think Bob was trying to kill us with this one.
I mean, it was like literally in the middle of nowhere.
Up in the mountains,
But we had to take these turns
like
where we would drive up, and it was like a 10-degree turn
yes.
to go just keep zigzagging up like a mountain. And I'm like, my God, I mean, I don't think our car's going to make it. So
And the car was a rental car.
Yeah,
so.
we always we're getting a rental cars from now on because there's no point in putting mileage on our car to do this stuff. So we found the Airbnb. And once we got to the top of the hill and noticed that our Airbnb was kind of close to the bottom, it was almost like it was a straight shot down.
It was like, what the crap?
So we were slowly going down the hill, and we finally got to the door. Bob come out to meet us, and April and I just in unison looked at him and said, "What the fuck?"
Yep. Yeah.
And he was just laughing it up and everything.
Loving it.
So, you know, we were getting out, and I was sitting inside. I brought some of the luggage. I think we brought all the luggage.
We had gone down because there's like 2 hills, 2 driveways.
Yeah.
And we were parked like up at the first part in front of at the door and stuff. And then because when we were turning around to come back up to park, Jeff and Bree was coming in. So luckily the brakes didn't go out in the hills.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
But yeah, you were inside and I was being nice. We'll never do that again. I love you, Bree and Jeff, but
no, you'll be nice to Bree and Jeff.
I will not help carry in their luggage.
No.
Or
you'll make me do it.
No, I will I won't do it, but I will make sure if there is not a hill, I will make sure there's a door to go into at the bottom. Because we are maybe from me to not that far. Me and Tony and Jeff and Bree had walked down to the car because I was like, hey, let me help you get your luggage. Walk down to the car, and the next thing I know, I'm in the gravel on the ground, and they're all 3 of them. It's like, oh my God, are you okay? Are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. And then they're like, let me help you up. And I'm like, yeah, you ain't get me up off this ground. I'm fat. Whatever. And I told Tony, I was like, just go get Johnny. Just go get Johnny.
So Tony comes up. I'm standing in the kitchen, and Tony, we were all just talking, and Tony's like, just says, I don't want to alarm you, but April fell. She needs your help. I'm like, so I immediately took off. And I got down to the bottom of the hill, and April's just sitting there, like So we got her up. She's like, I'm fine. I'm fine.
I'm okay.
So we made our way up to the room, and like her foot started to swell. I'm like, I think she had broken her ankle, but she didn't.
No, I think I might have hyperextended my knee, and it's the same leg that I did when I fell at work off of a stool. So. That's how clumsy I am, guys.
Her knee started to turn like different colors.
Like I have purple, green bruises all the way up my leg. My foot is yellowish. And then on the other side, I have a huge bruise going up halfway up my leg.
So, I mean, that was,
first day.
Usually whenever we travel, something will happen to her. She'll fall down. I think when we went to New Orleans one year, didn't you break your toe?
I almost broke my pinky by using the bathroom because when we had just landed at the airport, and I was like, I've got to use the bathroom before we go to our Airbnb, wasn't it?
No, it was a hotel.
No, not in New Orleans. Yeah, New Orleans, it was a hotel.
Yeah, we went to Sugar Bowl.
In San Antonio, it was Airbnb. But I was like, I've got to go to the bathroom, And the coolest thing, I've never seen this, so I was like shocked. but you press a button and the things come out on the seat, like the
Paper
seat.
ass gaskets.
No, it wasn't paper. It's kind of like look plasticky, clear, and they just come around and then you press it and then they go around. And I was just like, oh, I was amazed, and I hit my pinky and almost broke it. So
Yeah.
yeah,
So I mean, her getting hurt on these little trips that we do, it's like par for the course.
yeah.
So yeah, I mean, there was 8 of us there. We had, we cooked out and we made this. I give credit to Becca,
Yes.
Bob's girlfriend. She made this crock pot dinner with chicken breasts and salsa. Oh, it was just
Chicken taco.
chicken tacos. And we loved it so much that we used that recipe. As soon as we got home, we used that recipe for 2 nights in a row. We used the crock pot 2 nights in a row to make that stuff. It was just so good.
John's like, let's do it again tonight. I was like, okay.
Well, we naturally, when we do these things, we always find one place to go look at movies. Now, last year or the year before last, we went to Orbit DVD in Asheville. We did McKay's, and then last year, I think all we did was McKay's.
And Mr. K's.
And Mr. K's, yeah, because we went to Johnson City. So this year, they're closing down McKay's. So we went to McKay's, and that was okay.
A letdown.
But we also went to Grindhouse Video. I had been to Grindhouse Video before, like 2 years ago, before we had our first get together, and then they had closed, but they had opened back up. And while we were in there, we're looking for movies and stuff. Tony, apparently, some guys on TikTok who were kind of they had this huge following on TikTok. I mean, they kind of walked up and they said, "Hey, yeah, I know you." So they were talking to Tony about stuff. And when we were checking out, I said, "Tony, you could have introduced the rest of us. I mean, He's like, "Do you think I know who all those people are?" I'm like, I don't know. So we ended up going to McKay's, and those same people, people on TikTok were there, and then they came up and I was starting chatting them up. So yeah, we had a great time.
So let me ask you a question.
Okay, go on.
With Grindhouse.
Yeah.
How have they changed it since you? Because I didn't go in with you when we went. I sat in the car with Dad.
When I went to Grindhouse the first time, it was like in and out for me because we had to be somewhere. And I said, "Look, I want to go to Grindhouse. I'm not going to go in long. There's 2 things I want to get, and then that's it. I'm leaving." So I went in and I got Cannibal Holocaust and I got Dawn of the Dead Second Sight 4K. So I didn't really get a chance to look around, but it looks an awful lot like it did before. But I didn't go to the very back of the store.
Oh, okay.
I just went to where, you saw those racks and everything.
Yeah.
I just went there, found that, got my stuff and left. But for what I can see of it now, if I'm ever in that area again, I will be going to Grindhouse. They do have a lot of stuff.
It was nice. It really was nice.
It was really nice. The staff there were super friendly too. I mean, they didn't, if we were recording in there, they didn't tell us to get out or stop recording or anything like that. Now we went to, there's this, it's like a roller coaster place. It's, was it Goats on the Roof?
I think so.
And like everybody pretty much did it with the exception of me because I'm too damn fat. April didn't want to do it.
Well, I did, but I was afraid my knee and ankle and one of the things is you can't have high blood pressure or something else. I was like, well, that's me.
And Jeff's wife didn't take part in it, but Bree and everybody else did it. So we were taking pictures of everybody. And April, bless her heart, as we were waiting for everybody to get to the top of the mountain and ride the roller coaster down.
No, this is after.
No, this was before.
No, that picture. Which one are you going to show?
Well, I'll.
Sorry.
It's this one.
Oh yeah, that's before.
Yeah, I was right.
Sorry.
This goat. April saw the goat and she's like, "Oh, I love goats. I love a goat." And
that is after.
That's after, and what
it looked like the Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Well, I mean, you were bending over, and I had that camera angle, but as soon as like everybody had gotten off the roller coasters and everything, we were leaving. That goat put its ass up against the fence and began to projectile shit everywhere, like in our direction. And
You made it mad.
And Becca said the funniest thing. She said that's how boba tea is made
Yep.
because it looks just like the little balls in boba tea.
Now you will never drink a boba tea again.
No, I won't. And April took this shot of us at McKay's. As you can tell, there's Bob there on the very bottom. Then there's me, Jody next to me. Then Becca's on the other side.
I couldn't find Tony or Bree and Jeff
Yeah.
because I went up to look at the records.
See, and there was that goat. He was
So
eyeballing
cute.
us. And then when he came down, you realized we didn't have food for him. So we decided
Was
to
that the
shit.
same one?
That's the same one.
I didn't realize they came down because I thought if they were up on the roof, the ones that were on the roof stayed on the roof.
No, he came down. But yeah, I mean, this was a wonderful get together. I mean, I have to give credit to the person who actually put all of this together, and it's our good friend Bob from Bob's Blu-rays. Once he sees this, he'll probably get a little upset, but I'm going to do it anyway. There's
Gotta
Bob.
love him. Gotta love him.
Gotta love Bob. Bob put all this together, and for the longest time, I kept telling him, we're not going to go. And then he just, it's Bob.
Yeah.
Bob's like, you're going. Every time I would say no, we're not going to go. He's like, yeah, you're going. You're going. You're going. You're going.
And I put my foot down.
So, I mean, we had an absolute blast. You didn't get to experience what Tony and me and Jeff and all the others did because you were upstairs. But we were watching Roadhouse one night, and we had a little visitor.
We are in the woods.
We were in the woods, and I was sitting behind a couch, and Tony was to my left, and everybody else was on the couch. We had this sectional couch in front of us. And I see something move out of the corner of my eye, and it turns out it was a little mouse or a rat had gotten loose inside the house.
We just came to visit.
And it like freaked everybody out. Jody was like, I'm not sleeping down here. So he had to come to the upper level and sleep on the couch. It was just insane. But it was an absolute blast. Yeah. And, aside from the hills, I'm going to go do it again. Like, I want to leave now.
Yeah.
Go now.
Yes.
So as we were all saying our goodbyes and everything, it's customary for me and Bob to do our Titanic shot. So here it is.
There it is.
Bob's holding on to me and me just looking off into the distance. We always do it. Again, Bob's the reason why we keep doing these things. So I can't wait for next year.
With our friends.
And maybe, some more will come on.
Yep.
So as we were getting ready to leave, I looked at April and I was like, we have one more stop we got to make.
And I was on vacation, so why not?
So we decided like a week before, I was like, well, it's out there. We might have time to do it. We might not have time to do it.
And I said, let's do it.
And April said, we're going to do it. So we drove an extra 3 hours until we hit
In-N-Out.
We went into In-N-Out Burger. I've never eaten at an In-N-Out Burger because I've never been out west. And I got to say, it was delicious. We loved it. And I had to ask them for, we got our own little paper In-N-Out Burger hats. So I think the next time, we're going to try to, if we do this again, we'll try to get everybody to go down to In-N-Out Burger, which would be great.
Yeah.
Now before we went to In-N-Out, we always have our group shots where we take pictures of everybody. Tony was the first one to leave out of the group because he had a long drive back to where he lives. So we said, all right, we're going to do one shot, get everybody together. We're going to take our picture, and there we all are. We had just finished breakfast at Sawyer's Farmhouse,
which is a great place to eat breakfast.
Oh yeah, it's great.
It was delicious too.
Yeah, I got some kind of
I don't know what you got. Some kind of omelet or something.
I got an omelet with pancakes, but Jody said you have to try the cinnamon syrup, and it was just breathtaking.
You could see Tony trying to hide
And
behind Jody and Bob.
Tony's in the very back trying to hide. There's Bob and Becca. Jody standing in the middle. Jeff wearing his Juggalo shirt with Bree behind him, and then April bending over, and my Kool-Aid man fat ass is right there.
Well, I didn't want to stand up and not be able to see Bree because we didn't have anybody taking it.
Yeah, we had to set our
it
phone
up, so
on the back of a bench.
I wanted to make
something.
sure everybody got in.
And as like we did last year, the guys have a photo together, so we're gonna let the girls have their photo together. And the
There
three
we are.
girls, there's Bree on the left, Beck in the middle, and April on the very end. I think we're going to continue to do that, to have the guys have their picture,
Yeah.
the girls have their picture, then we all have one massive group picture. So we're going to get back to the chat, and then we'll talk about what I've got coming up. So we got Holland saying, "Hey, Cody." Nick says, "Johnny, you ever seen the Pete Davidson movie? No, I have not, but I do have it. It's over in my stack of Blu-rays. I did want to go watch that in the theater, but for some reason, I just never did. But I do have it. I just haven't seen it yet. Nothing but delicious food all
Yes.
weekend. Yes, delicious. That doesn't even begin to describe it.
Yeah, we had hamburgers, hot dogs,
Hamburgers, hot
tacos.
tacos. Bob made pancakes one morning because Bob loves making pancakes. I came up, I brought some Nutter Butter wafers that Bob loved on the last trip. So I gave an entire package to Bree so she could take those home because she loved them.
Because she loved them too. I think she
Yeah.
took them this year. Yeah.
Yep. Holland said, Tony said, yeah, Tony
He
is famous. Goats.
I love goats.
Yeah. When we were talking about that, they were saying killer goats. And I'm like, damn it.
And we forgot to tell them that we went to the dirt mall or flea market, like we like to call it. But that's where I got my necklace. But let me tell you guys, if I'd had $2,000, I'd came home with a puppy.
I don't know if I brought that picture up.
I mean, I don't think you had it. It was, no, that wasn't the puppy that you took the picture of. It was an American bully, and oh my god!
Oh yeah, it was like
it
$3,000.
Was so adorable, and it was just sleeping. And the lady's like, "You want to hold her?" And I was like, "Honey, if I hold her, I'm out. Y'all will be calling the cops to come chase me down and take her from me because that's how cute she was."
April got her necklace, and
yes,
I got something for me, and it's now my good luck charm. It is, because as soon as that's when everything started to fall into place. April got me my Philadelphia Eagles Super Bowl ring because I love the Philadelphia Eagles, and it actually, the wings pop out.
It opens just like the real one.
It opens just like the real rings. So yeah, I'm going to be wearing this thing from now on. I don't care in the stream because it's my good luck charm. So we'll get back to that. Let's see. Oh, it's Brian.
Hey,
What's up, Brian? Hey, Johnny and April. Howard the Duck's one of my favorite childhood movies as well. You are not alone. See, everybody loves Howard the Duck.
I like Howard the Duck. When I saw that, I was just so happy because I was like, oh my gosh, it's Howard the Duck. Like, I was shocked I even found it.
You found two, but I can't remember what the other one was. But I was like, Howard the Duck. Give me Howard the Duck.
It was Pete something or another.
Pete?
Yeah, I think the name was Pete. I don't remember.
Okay. You must have scared the shit out of these.
Johnny did.
We don't know what it was, but I mean, this thing, once April and Bree were petting them, then stopped. It's like this goat
they got mad.
It got mad and was pushing other goats out of the way to get to us because I guess they thought we had food or something, and then they realized we didn't have it. We just saw it. It just backed up against the fence, put its ass up against the holes in the fence, and just projectile shit
I probably
everywhere.
scared it with the way I looked bent over.
Holland saying,
I
"Hey,
actually
Brian."
looked like I had an alien coming out of my back.
Oh God. See, Jeff says I tease the fuck out of it. So you're the reason. All right, never mind.
It's Jeff's fault. Jeff's fault.
Beautiful Rose. Oh, that's the picture with Bob.
Yes.
I was trying to hold my breasticles, but apparently I didn't go up high enough. It was just over my, it was my cascading gut was starting to come out. Those are good burgers. You know, the hamburgers that we made, or that Bob made, I didn't know that he put more hamburgers in the microwave once he was done. So I was looking at that and I'm like, there's only like 6 hamburgers here.
Not enough for us.
There's not enough for me, so I guess I'll just eat hot dogs then. Then I saw someone get up and go in there and open up the microwave. And I'm like, there's hamburgers in there.
So Johnny gets up and takes off.
Damn right. I stood the hell up and went there and got me some damn hamburgers.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a fat bastard. It's my man, Laren.
Hey, Laren.
What's up, Laren? Holland, my love. Hey, JD saying hey, he's back and forth. Moodmeister. And yo, Laren. All right. So we're probably on the downside of this. So I'm going to go ahead and talk about what I've got coming up on my channel.
Oh.
Okay. Saturday night, I am going to be over on Huck's channel as we do our monthly 52-week movie challenge recap. I don't think anything's changed. So yeah, I should be on there. Now, as for my channel, I have started, I'm coming up with this idea. I came up with this idea and I'm just trying to finish the tweaks on it. But I've already asked a couple people to take part in it. And it's basically, we're going to be picking movies. If in the event of a apocalypse, we're going to be selecting movies to put into a bunker. And it's done draft style. So I've got 4 people, including myself. We are going to go to a specific year and we have a certain criteria we have to meet. And we're going to be picking movies to go into our vault. And April's going to be taking part in it.
So pray for him because I don't know what the hell I'm doing. And I will probably mess up and they will probably be like, get your ass out of here.
So yeah, I've already asked the 4 people who are going to be on the first one. Now, if any of you guys want to take part in it, all you have to do is
DMing.
Slide into my DMs on Instagram. I'm going to try to get the first one. I think I told them sometime in May, we're going to record that first episode, or it may be a live stream. I haven't decided on which one I want it to be.
I think it'd be cool to be a live stream.
Well,
that way when we fuck up, everybody can laugh and have fun with us.
Okay, so I guess it'll be a live stream now.
If that's okay with the people that you're going to have on there.
I'm sure they won't care. Oh my God, Prince. So yeah, if you guys want to take part in this, I mean, hey, after the first episode drops, if you guys want to be a part of it, slide into my DMs. I know I've got one other person who would want to do it, and I'm going to try to swap as many people out because I it'd be kind of old if I had the same people on there, but I might have like 1 or 2 from the first episode be on the second episode. I'm just trying something new, and I think it'd be a cool idea. I've had a lot of people say
some fun.
Yeah, we're just gonna have some fun. So now I'm gonna hop back in the chat before we wind this down and see who's here. Oh, Prince is here. What up, y'all? Johnny, why the hell didn't you sign Bob's Cabin Fever copy?
We did.
I did. It's
on the inside.
It's on the inside of it.
We wrote him a nice little letter in there. I thanked him for buying us for getting the cabin where he tried to kill me.
Yep. Larry saying Prince. Everybody saying hi to Prince. Says, I know I'm fucking late. Sorry, everyone. It's okay. It's okay.
You're here now.
It's okay. I mean, it wasn't up until about 4 o'clock that I was afraid I was going to have to move the live stream to another day. But April said, no. Let's just do it today. Jeff saying hi to Prince. Everybody saying hi to each other. I see Steve says that is a cool idea for sure. It
It is
is.
a cool idea. I just hope I don't mess it up.
I will be honest, it's not an original idea. I was inspired by someone else on YouTube. And I've seen so many videos that they, kind of released. I said, okay, and I think I got a handle on this now. So I think we're just going to be picking like 6 to 7 movies, and we're going to talk about each one. And Jeff says, have fun with it, Johnny. Sounds fun. Well, yeah, I mean, I will. I mean, you're kind of part of it, Jeff. So,
unless you don't want to be.
Unless you don't want to do it, Jeff.
I think he's trying to tell you something, babe. Like, nope, I ain't doing it with you.
And Prince says, oh, you did. I'm like, yeah, I did.
We did.
I wrote something nice inside.
We picked it out, actually.
Brian says, that sounds like a great collaborative idea. I'll join the rotation sometime. Just let me know. Done.
Sounds
you want to do it?
Yeah.
After we do the first episode, if everybody likes it, yeah, you'll be in there.
And I'll try not to mess up.
Prince says, any foreign films you've been watching? I did see only one. And where the heck? This is the only one that I've seen. And it was Peking Opera Blues. That's the only one that I have been watching. I really liked it. You check my letterbox. So
I'm having fun.
Yeah. Steve saying, I'm sure you'll be fine. Yeah, it's going to be weird for April because she won't be here right next to me. She'll be on the bed, or I may get her another table or something like that. Because she'll be letting us know what category we're going to be doing and keeping track of. All right, you picked for this category, Johnny. You got to pick for this category.
So that means I will have to put my phone down, my books away, TV off, so I can concentrate.
Yeah.
Because if not, y'all will be like, "What are we doing?" I'll be like, "What?" I
yeah, because you're going to have to keep up with it.
I
won't be.
Yeah.
The Prince says yes. And go for the Green Planet Korean film next.
I thought you had that.
I do.
Guys, he dropped it, not me. This one, yeah. I didn't do it.
Yeah, I do have that one.
Just haven't watched it, right?
I just haven't seen it yet. I have seen the American remake, but I haven't seen this one yet. Let's see. Yeah, don't be reading smut when Johnny needs you.
I do that now, and he gets the finger if I'm reading something.
Yeah, I'll be
I'm like,
"Ooh, April, check this out," and she'll be.
Just give me a minute.
She won't even look at me. I mean, it'll be just.
I've got to finish where I'm at, so I don't get lost.
Yeah. She won't be reading it, but she'll be thinking about it. Like, ooh, I need to get this book.
Or be like, are we almost done?
Are we almost done here?
Hurry
up. Prince said, how did you come up with what's on Johnny's shelf segment? When I first started YouTube in 2023, I just wanted to start producing content. I just want to put stuff out there. And did a series of videos of just everything that I had in my collection. Well, from 23 to now, my collection has changed. Like, I have gotten rid of titles and I've picked up new ones. And I'm like, you know what? It's time that I kind of revisited this particular subject in this series. And I just said, all right, I'm going to show you guys what's on my shelf. Because there are times where I will pick up new titles and just not show them off, or I just completely forget about it and just, unwrap it, put it on the shelf, unwrap it, put it on the shelf. So I said, I think I need to do this. And April was just like, just do it.
Just do it.
Just hurry up and do it.
Just do it. Quit talking about it and just do it.
No smut us, interrupt us.
That's gonna be hard.
I have this feeling that we're going to be in like the second round or whatever of what we're doing. And I'm like, April, whose turn is it?
And I'm going to be bored out of my mind. And I'll be like, okay, yeah. I think I can handle it.
Oh, I know you can. He says, thanks for making me feel seen, Johnny. Sailing the high seas every day. Hey, look, yeah, I used to do that. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, if you want to watch the stuff that you love and you don't have access to it, then yeah, by all means. But I mean, one of our buddies does it. Like we get into arguments all the time over like he sails the high seas, and I'm like, well, you know, mine's better because it's not compressed and it sounds better and it looks better. And he's like, oh, shut up.
Shut up, fat boy.
I can't help it if I'm right. But yeah, I guess we're winding down. I thought it was going to be a little bit longer than that, but we kind of
Well, it
just
probably
flew
could
through
be
it.
because you did fly through. You didn't really talk about them a lot.
Well, I'm just showing them off. I mean, I'm not going into any kind of detail. I'm not doing a review of it. But yeah, I mean, that's what I got. That's everything that I got. I'm getting more into like Kino Lorber and Arrow Video and obviously Criterion. Those
He
are my
loves Criterion.
those are my three big ones. Aside from the new series I've got coming up, I think I can go ahead and show you guys a picture of what it's going to look like. So if you'll just bear with me. I've got two series coming up. One is the one I'm working on now, and I've got another one, and it doesn't look like it's on here. Nope. I know. I thought it would be on here, but it's not. Yeah, it is.
Oh, yeah.
So here's what the idea is going to be. And it's that right there. That's the topic of what my new thing is going to be. And, I'm just going to have, we're going to take a specific year and we're just going to pick movies from that year. But the thing of it is, if you pick one movie, if I pick a movie, April can't pick that movie when it's her turn to go.
Well, then we would have to have a chit chat about my picking movies and you picking movies, so I would have it.
Yeah. But anyway, well, I think it's time for us to sign off. I want to say thank you, everybody, for hanging around, for being with us tonight on this. What is today? Today's Tuesday. Blues Day Tuesday. Thank you, everyone, for hanging out with us.
Thank you.
Don't forget to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button.
Give us thumbs up.
And check out Uranus merch.
Yes.
You get cool t-shirts like this.
There we go.
But thank you, everybody. We'll do this again in the near future.
Yep, we had a blast. Thank you for joining us. Let us know what you like.
Yeah, let us know what you like down in the comment section below, everybody. So until next time, April, what are you watching today?